Right, so 10 years ago, I was sitting in a 6th grade classroom, Miss Pinelli's classroom. I probably looked a lot like that kid. I had my head down. I had no motivation, no incentive to learn any of the material. To me, I saw it as a waste of time as a young 12-year-old. And my teacher's solution to this problem was to offer me an ultimatum. You either improve your academics or no more recess. You're not going outside with your friends till it picks up. To me, this was a negative behavior. It was a punishment, and I lost interest in school altogether. My freshman year of college, I dropped out, entered the workforce, 2 years at a minimum wage job, got my motivation back, and here I am. But this is not an individual problem. It's not something that just I face, and there needs to be a better solution on how to get kids motivated without having them make 15 years of pretty troubling mistakes that are quite costly and take you off your exact plan. So enter GradeStar.
Paul's situation is not really unique to just him. We spent some time over the weekend in San Jose actually speaking with parents, and what we found out is one of the biggest stresses in their life is with all the distractions around these days. You've got TV, Facebook, video games, hanging out with friends. How do I get my child to actually sit down and study for once? So we proposed GradeStar. It's a digital, socially integrated platform that uses reward-based incentives to get the children excited and wanting to perform better in school. So, how do we do that? We've got a video that should help show that.
Light speed.
I want everybody to
It's 15 seconds at least.
So let's take a look at how this works. Parents are going to be able to log in, at which point they're going to be transported to their dashboard. Here, they can add children and view their respective profiles. So let's take a look at what's going on with Billy. Here we can take a look at pending approvals and goals that they have set for Billy. Let's set a new goal. We know Billy's been struggling in math. We're going to tell him to get an A on his next math test. And since he's been struggling, we're going to give it a 5-star value. Billy will be able to open the app, do his login, and then be transported into his dashboard. Here, he gets to see a summary of the stars he's already accumulated and the goals that he has yet to accomplish. So let's see what are the items that Billy wants to purchase. Here we get to see a summary of the items that Billy is working toward through his goals. Let's take a look at his performance thus far. This page will be able to give you a snapshot of Billy's performance to date and his last couple of goals that he has accomplished. So now we'll go back to the home page and we see that Billy has got a new goal. So we're going to fast forward in time. Billy did really well. He got an A on his math test. He's ready to submit. He's going to click through and see a summary of the page from which he clicks to submit. We're back to the parents page, which they see a new pending approval. When they click on that, they get to see a summary and the image of which Billy uploaded. From here, they'll be able to accept the goal, and then they want to share it with grandma. They click submit, and grandma gets an email to her inbox with a summary of Billy's new accomplishment. From here, she can choose to share on her Facebook, send a reward to Billy for his accomplishment, and view his history thus far. On the history, they'll be able to see the last goals that he's accomplished, goals he has still yet to do, and how this has impacted him so far. So, now that you guys have seen a bit of the functionality of the website, we'd like to talk to you about, about the market. So in our survey, we discovered a couple of things. We discovered that parents recognize that there's a need to motivate their children. Parents recognize that there's a need to motivate, and they're looking for extra tools to help them do so. How are we going to get this program out there? We recognize that kids are the users, but parents are the ones who pay the bill, so they're the ones we need to target as customers. We have two approaches, business to consumer,
We've got two potential partner strategies. We've spoken with a tutoring service about offering mutual incentives. We've also spoken with Buffalo Wild Wings, and they're interested in becoming the first partner in a corporate social responsibility program. We also want to market directly to the parents, drive traffic to the site through Google AdWords, by speaking with parent organizations, and blogging on mom blogs.
Any questions about how we make money?
I think it's really nice. I think I've seen one similar product that's in the international market. I think potentially you're onto something that's really attractive, especially that you extend this to the gifting market, which is really interesting. Good job.
Any other questions?
Yes, sir. This is a big but very competitive market. I'm very interested in how you make money.
We've talked about being part of the Amazon affiliate program. So because the kids have a wish list of items that they'd like to buy, and as they earn rewards and they accomplish their goals, they get rewarded through their network of family. They then use that rewards to purchase these items, and through the Amazon affiliate program, we receive a portion of those purchases.
And then later down the road, once we have a user base, we see the type of strategy where we went to Buffalo Wild Wings and we offered them the ability to put a QR code into our logo, put that star logo with the QR code on their menu, and when a kid is in the restaurant, he can scan it and actually get a challenge from Buffalo Wild Wings to his wish list. When he completes that challenge, usually it's going to be something in the health food, give us some examples of healthy eating, something like that. He submits that back to Buffalo Wild Wings, and they'll send 10% off on the next time in, or a free kids meal with the family. And we see that retail aspect really being able to grow once we have a user base.
You can apply the same idea to toys, to video games. They offer incentives, challenges, and coupons.
Why YouTube?
Sorry? I'm sorry?
Why YouTube? This is a very competitive market. Why YouTube can win?
Why? We think that we kind of have some great networking abilities. The Buffalo Wild Wings aspect is a family connection, so there's a very, very high probability that we can at least get in one restaurant for free. That restaurant has over 1 million people through the door per year. Is that 1 minute or so? So, that is a free way to get a ton of traffic, and if we can push it, if Buffalo Wild Wings now offers something that somebody else wants, we've incentivized potentially other large retailers to want to match what their competitor is doing, and having that key feature that their competitor has.
The system is also based on some very sound psychological principles of conditioning, of reward, in order to really, the goal at the end of the day is not just to get the kids using the site, but for them to improve in their grades. And there's some very sound psychological background.
With Yale PhD to develop the psychological principles of learning that we are constantly bringing up. The one competitor, they use a similar thing, but they actually miss some of the really core components of what are the psychological principles of learning. How does conditioning happen? What are the motivating factors? Things like that. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.